Gang, happy Tuesday to you. Welcome back to the live trading room, New York edition. Can you guys hear me clear? See my screen? All that good stuff? Good. Perfect. Good to be back. Good Q&A yesterday. If you guys missed it, make sure you check out the recording. We did a nice trade plan review, broke it down, made some adjustments, sent it back to our trader, and hopefully he's putting the finishing touches, or I guess the finishing touches on the next rendition of his trading plan. So that's always fun. We've got a busy day in the market today. We've got some movement for various reasons. We got a lot of movement out of the Euro pairs, got some movement out of the Aussie pairs. Got a handful of opportunities on the radar today, so we're going to hop straight into things. We're going to start with the euro dollar, right? You guys are probably bored of the euro dollar because this has been on my radar for a month, but it's been offering good opportunities. So while it is offering those good opportunities, we need to take advantage of it. Bigger picture, you probably noticed already because you've watched the Trading Edge video, but bigger picture, still looking for a move down to 96 cents on the euro dollar. We were expecting some relief. The question that we wanted to ask ourselves was, if we're going to get some relief, where is that relief going to come to? And what I'm looking for is a retest of our previous level of structure right there. Now, again, we are getting some different news coming out. We've got the ECB flirting with a 50 basis point hike now. The thought process was, hey, 25, 25, 25. And now we're saying, hey, maybe 50. We got the dollar kind of back and forth between a full point, 100, or sticking with 75. Who knows what's going to happen there? The committee is on silent mode or dark mode, whatever they go into before their next Fed meeting. So we're not going to hear anything else from any Fed members. But kind of the last things that we did hear was two of the most hawkish members, so two of the most aggressive members, came out against a full point hike. And kind of that idea of a full point hike was flirted in there after Canada surprisingly hiked by a full point, last week. So they thought that kind of gave the open door for the dollar to do the same, because now it wouldn't be kind of this unheard of thing. So we got news coming out from both those ends, and we are seeing some, because of that, relief in the euro dollar. Again, more hawkish news from the euro. We've got some negative news from the dollar. We're seeing some relief. And again, that works in our favor, because ultimately, looking for shorts, this is where I'm looking for. So the bigger picture trading opportunity isn't there today. Obviously, we haven't reached that level. But if you're going to be a trader, right, you got to understand that you have the ability to trade within the trade. And this is where we get into that whole counter trend versus trend continuation. And you could be a counter trend trader within a trend continuation. You could be a trend continuation trader within a counter trend. And the more experience I get in the markets, the less and less I care about what those words actually mean. The more I understand that matters is that you just know what you're looking for. So let's take this example for a second, right? So I just told you my prediction that was that price action is likely to return to that 104 level, correct? Would you guys agree? Did Akil just say that? Right? And that's the pullback, right? Obviously, we're in a bearish trend, right? That is the pullback for a bigger potential bearish extension downward. So if my anticipation, and then this anticipation is based off of technical analysis, obviously, if this is if I anticipate that price is likely to continue here, right, 104s, and we're currently trading at a little bit below 103s, right? You can make the argument that we have a little bit more room to go up, right? This in itself is a trading opportunity, right? As you go down to the lower time frames, you look at where we're currently trading at. You look at where we expect ourselves to go to, right? We have that directional bias because we are playing a pullback. We can look for long opportunities up to that level, up to 103.50s, up to 104 evens. Now, again, right, as we go down to the lower time frame, it's going to look more like a continuation trade. What do you call it? Is it a continuation trade? Well, yeah. But is it a counter trend trade? Because the higher time frame, it's really just a pullback. So it's kind of counter to the overall trend. Yeah. And the point is, it doesn't matter, right? This is why I don't think you should care anymore. Because ultimately, right, does it matter what you actually call it? Does it matter what you label it? Does saying it's a trend continuation trade versus a counter trend trade make any difference in how you look to approach it? No, as long as you know what you're doing. You're predicting simply a move from one location to another location. That is all that matters. You can make the case that the terminology matters in how you pick targets and whatnot and how you trail or manage your trade and stuff like that. But ultimately, that comes down to knowing kind of your overall bias in the market. If you're projecting that a move is only likely to go to 104s, then it's probably not a great idea to kind of trail stops to 106s because you don't actually think price is going to go to 106. So why would you ever do that? But that's has nothing to do with the labels. So again, for you guys that are newer, and I like bringing this up because a lot of newer traders get caught up, including myself, get caught up so much over the terminology and what stuff is called, and they get confused over how this is counter trend, but is it trend continuation, but how it's higher time frame is trend continuation, but lower time frame is counter trend again. And the point is, like, we don't need to waste energy on that stuff. What matters is making the solid prediction. Where do you think price is likely to go? How do you think price is likely to get there? And then ultimately, can you find a way to get involved? Real quick, Fabio on YouTube says, looking for longs as well on the hourly. If we test structure, then I'm only looking for a short to the retest of parity again. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Identify, predict, decide, execute. Love it. Love it. Love it. So let's go down to that hourly, right? Because we are breaking above structure here. We're seeing this on a handful of pairs as well. This is why it's so interesting. The day that is. Let's go down to our lower time frame here in hourly, right? You can see that we're clearing various levels of structure. We just ran into another one, right? We're putting in a little bit of a loss of momentum pattern, right? Especially in comparison to the bigger move, right? Big move up, we're starting to fade off a little bit. Here's what I would wait for, right? I would wait for a violation of this next level of structure. That's going to come in right at about 102.75. Look for a pullback or a consolidation pattern, right? And again, we can look for continuations up to either 103.50s as a kind of very conservative level or 104 even. So as a lower time frame trader, kind of a intraday trader on the hourly, this offers a decent opportunity here on the euro dollar. Again, I wouldn't buy it right now or right at previous structure, but once we get a little bit of relief, then it could open up an opportunity to catch that next move up. And again, this is something where if you guys have range bars set up, let me bring up my range bars real quick. Let me get the daily chore stuff off of here for a second. Playing around with some stuff over the weekend. Let's get you removed. Here we go. Let's take a look at the euro dollar real quick on the range bar chart. And you know how that, often gives us an even different look than what we've seen otherwise. So you can see here's an 8 range right here in the euro dollar. Here's a little bit of the loss of momentum we talked about. That VS1 level is a level of structure that's right above it. Again, we violate that level of structure. Boom. We've got open opportunity up to, again, 103.5s. Conservative. 104 evens for more aggressive. So some pretty decent opportunities here on the euro dollar. Any questions on euro? Short-term long opportunity, long-term short opportunity? Let me know. Then we'll head over to whatever I want to look at next. Again, got a handful of stuff on the radar. Of course, as always, if you guys want to type in something you want to watch or want to look at, let me know. I don't really have a lot of urgency in some of these, but we'll check it out. But let me know. Real quick, Fabio says waiting for a pullback in the previous broken high to look for higher high, higher close to enter. Awesome. Cool. All right. Short and sweet this morning for the live stream. Yep. Do me a favor on your way out, hit that like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. No rants today. Sometimes these sessions are 10 minutes. Sometimes they're 30 minutes, depending on how wordy I feel. Today, I kind of want to get straight to business. So we're getting